Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and in this video I've got 3 replays for you on the episode 3 of Close But No Cigar features. So this one we've got the 43 TP, which is the tier 7 Polish heavy tank, and yeah, so basically what this feature entails is games where we could have won it, or it's down to the wire, or it's just very close basically, hence the title. And just sort of before we get into the video, I'll just sort of go through. You can see the equipment there that we're running: advanced reload, vents, and advanced gun lane drive, rapid reload should I say. And the perks have got Born Leader, rapid reload, 6th sense, situational awareness, snapshot, steady aim, trap mechanic, and run and gun. I haven't got the 9th perk filled yet, but if I was going to put anything, I'll put armor and thing. You could go with off-road driving as well if you wanted to, but I think the mobility is pretty okay on this tank, to be fair. And most of the lines so far, the mobility has been alright. 40 TP was a bit slow, so you could probably go with off-road driving maybe on that. But I would have gone for armor angling. I think you can see like the tank turns pretty well. So yeah, and I ran sort of vents, the gun lane drive, and obviously the advanced reload, just because I went for the vents just to sort of boost the accuracy and the reload, as opposed to sort of going with optics. But yeah, that's my choice. You could put optics in if you wanted to. It's completely up to you. But anyway, let's get into the replay. So we're on Addy here, and we're getting full sent by this HMH Chrysler K. He's obviously just won that in the. It was in part of a giveaway, I think, not so long ago, and he's just gone completely full sending us. And I mean, fair play. I'm not sure what that shot was, but yeah, he's just trying to bully us, and I'm just, I'm sort of panicking a little bit here, but this guy is just not doing a great job of disposing me at all. And we've got round his side now. I'm not, I don't know, I don't know if this guy is new to the game or what, but yeah, we were quite lucky there. An experienced player could easily have dispatched us there. That would have been no contest, but we've got lucky. Tiger One's fumbling around there, so we snap a shot into that guy. Now he's sort of getting quite aggressive coming around, but yeah, he's a one shot to us, so we were taking him out. You can see the IS here, and we're going to try and get a shot into the side of that guy. He luckily falls forward rather than going all the way back. There's a chance he could have sort of ducked out there. We damaged his engine. The IS-3 takes him out, and we're going to sort of carry on. We're trying to push this side aggressively. There's only one tank so far as I'm aware. A medium tank, you can see. However, we were just trying to lose our spot before crossing, because if you cross this side, if there's any tanks in the middle, then they're going to get shots into the side of you. So you need to be cautious when making that cross. But we do need to push the aggression, because you can see we're 2 tanks down. We've kind of lost the other side, so yeah, we just sort of need to clear the side out, and then we can sort of focus on where to play next, whether we're going to sort of go to the middle. Now I was quite confident that King Dragon's going to get taken out by our 2 heavies that were pushing that side, so I just decided, rather than sort of stall, I was going to sort of go straight up to the ridge here and cover when the heavy tanks sort of, I was even going to sort of try and see if I could possibly spot up anything. Now we in turn get spotted, which is a bit unfortunate. Trying to reverse, and we hit a rock there. We take a blind fire from the Borsig that's running the big gun, and that is so unfortunate, because all our hit points just suddenly evaporate. We get 2 shots in. We did track him in place, but I think I'm going to opt for a blind shot here, but yeah, he's got out. That's a real tough break there. But that's kind of unfortunately what happens sometimes when you try, when you get it wasn't really an aggressive play, but it was just obviously it was a bit, I guess in some ways a bit careless, because you know there's always going to be a chance that TDs are going to be back there. I guess it's a gamble, you could say, running the risk of knowing that you're probably not going to outspot. I mean, you're definitely not going to outspot a Borsig from where I was. That was a given. The Borsig would outspot us, but I was hoping that there possibly could be something at the back there that we could sort of get shots on and try and spot for our team. 2 heavies are now sort of sat in the base. Not really a great move, if I'm honest, because you know, you kind of, with the numbers as they are and how sort of the battle has progressed and where we are in terms of hit points and, you know, map positioning, you're kind of at the mercy there. And look, you can already see the boss is going to outspot those guys all day long, and of course the IS gets taken out. You know, our heaviest has to sort of, he's already pushed off cap. Now we get a shot into the T44 there, and we reset the cap, and then he gets taken out by a SU-101. So that's, you know, that's a good start. However, we need to try and deal with his IS-3. The Borsig has now taken out our friendly IS-3. So yeah, it's just me and this SU-101 left. The SU's kind of rushing in now. I'm telling them ready to fire, and I'm just trying to sort of cover and getting some help where I can. However, this IS-3 is making it very, very difficult. However, he starts charging out, and I try to get the side shot there, but I bounce. You know, it's just standard Russian trolley armor. I'm trying to get a shot, but I can't seem to get a proper shot here. This guy's angled up, and I think I'm just going to bounce. Yeah. Load the HE now, because I'm just thinking the SU-101 unfortunately has gone YOLOing in. I think if he held off, I could have dealt with that guy. He manages to take him out though, which is good. But then he gets taken out by that Borsig. That Borsig has just had an absolute game, by the way. The guy has just, yeah, been on a rampage. So that leaves us in a 1v5 with 93 hit points. The potential of a Kolovanovs is looking very, very slim. However, you know, we'll give it a go. And you know, regardless of how many hit points, regardless of the odds that are stacked against you, times like this where, well, you've just got to give it a go, haven't you? You can't really give up. I mean, you know, it's great for the chance of the Kolovanovs, and if I'd sort of been full hit points and if that Borsig was a completely different tank, I probably would have been a little bit more optimistic. But yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, we've sort of gone back to sort of cover our rear, and we wanted to make sure there was nothing coming up the 1-2 line before we went back to see what's in the cap. Now, I suspect it's going to be the Borsig. Knowing that the Borsig was the last tank that killed our SU-101 that was in the area, I'm sort of thinking it's going to be the Borsig that's camped in there, which is going to make it difficult because, again, it's going to outspot me, we know that. So, but I've got no other option. I kind of have to do something, and I have to take out tanks. Now, I peeked the corner here. I'm probably lucky that I didn't take a shot there, particularly as I've sort of poked out and given him my trap wheel. Artillery is now sort of potentially focusing us, and I'm peeking here and there. I probably should have side scraped, but I'm using this rock in front of me as just sort of a little bit of cover. I just kind of want to sort of bait the shot if I can, and this is what I'm doing. I'm just trying to bait the shot. I kind of figure I'm going to die here, possibly, if that tank connects. And yeah, I'm waiting. I don't think the tank that's in the base is going to take the bait. However, I've gone to full send, and the Borsig takes a shot. He's calculated. He's took the shot, but unfortunately bounced, and that's a bit of luck that I get. However, the IS has now sort of pushed into the position where I'm at, and yeah, I'm just kind of preying on a bit of luck here, but it's not really going to happen, is it? The IS has got a load of hit points more than me, and I shot but hit his track, and then he just comes down and takes me out. It's just so unfortunate. But yeah, we gave it a good go. It was just unfortunate that Borsig absolutely whacked me when he did. I think, you know, if I'd sort of managed to keep my hit points, who knows? You know, if I'd taken that Borsig out and kept my hit points, could have gone on and you know, dealt with the IS quite comfortably, and then, you know, I would have had hit points to trade basically. But it's what it is, and yeah, we move on to the second replay, which is Moravanka. And I think we're top tier in this game potentially. And yeah, we're going to move over to the left hand side. Now, reason being is I've seen there's 2 artillery in game, and I just know if I go to the usual spot, you know, for a heavy, which is the other side of the map, you know, in between sort of E and F2 and 3, sort of that position on those corners, I kind of felt like artillery is just going to pin me there. We're actually mid-tier, by the way. We're in tier 8. So yeah, I just sort of, I thought, do you know what, I'm just going to go left-hand side and play a bit of a different route. Yeah, you can play heavies over this side. There's nothing to say that you can't. It's just, you know, that brawl zone in the ENF2, yeah, ENF2, sorry, in those grid coordinates is sort of where you're going to get the most damage as a heavy, and, you know, you can sort of, you can have some real slugfests, and if you play your tank right, you know, you can do it without taking too much damage. However, you know, you've got to be careful of TDs over there as well. TD's going to be camping sort of the H and J1 sort of area, that position. So yeah, it's a weird one, and it can be a difficult one. But like I say, we've gone over here anyway, and we're going to see what we can try and take on. See, this T29 has come over here, which is going to make it a little bit difficult for us. Majority of the tanks are on the other side though, so it's like, yeah, I sort of thought, actually, Joe, what, maybe I should fall back here, because there really isn't anything on the other flank. Majority of our team are quite scattered, to be fair, and I figured where the enemy is, I could possibly get cross shots into tanks that are in the middle, that are going to full send or potentially full send our 3 tanks that are also in the hill or just sitting by the hill. And we're already 4 tanks down, which again is also alarming me. It's making me think, you know, this is kind of going to be a bit of a slugfest, or a bit of a one-sided affair, should I say. But now we see this T29 again, but we can't get any shots in him. However, I do see a tank destroyer at the back that's being spotted. He's now pulling back, trying to see if I can get a shot in him. Get a shot and track him in place, and then he gets taken out by our friendly Italian medium. So yeah, this is it's kind of a difficult situation that we're in already, because we're now 5 tanks down, and at this point I think I'm just sort of trying to see what shots I can get off, if any. Luckily a light tank gets taken out, which is decent. However, we've still got another light tank in play that's making a move for our artillery. I kind of want that guy to die, because again, having light tanks in the game, it's going to make our life difficult for the end game. He's focusing on our artillery, trying to see if we can get some shots in potentially. However, we didn't really aim that shot fully, and yeah, we just missed this guy. It's a wheelie tank as well, so even more frustrating, because these guys seem to just zip around the map. And again, jukes our shot there. Probably wasted a little bit of time on that guy. Probably should have just sort of started focusing on other tanks. Get a nice shot into the T150 there, setting him on fire. And yeah, he gets taken up by a friendly team there. The SU-101 in the middle here. We're going to get some shots into that guy. He's tracked in place. We've fixed his track. Just waiting to see if we can get the shot off, and we do. Manage to get a shot into the side of him. And it's now 7-3. Now the wheelie tank has come around, and this is what I'm talking about with light tanks. They're a pain in the backside in these maps. Do get a shot in there, but now sort of the enemy knows our position. Artillery is starting to focus on us. We're still full health, so we're feeling relatively okay at this point. Now the Oni is sort of charging in, so we're going to get some shots into that guy. We're still being targeted by artillery. Bounce a shell there, which I'm assuming is from the T29. get shot into the mini turret of the Oni. Oni is just full sending us here, and you know, we're on our own here. It's just us now, so we're really gonna have to dig in. I'm sort of moving them backwards and forwards just to try and evade artillery. Bounce a shell there. We should have aimed that a little bit better, but I think I'm just sort of in panic mode here. Oni takes a shot but doesn't really do anything. We get a shot into the side of him. Now we get a shot into our engine, damages our engine. This is just tough, really. Managed to kill the Oni, but now we've got the light tank to deal with. We're trapped in place. Artillery is firmly aimed in. We managed to take out the Brombar there, but the M44 finishes us off and takes the victory. So yeah, unfortunately another game where we just didn't have enough time to sort of clear up. There really wasn't much I could do in that on sort of once I was on my own there. But yeah, it is what it is. It was another loss, and it was a close loss. And yeah, we move into the third and final replay, which is on Siegfried Line. And I think, yes, we are top tier in this game. So yeah, I'm going to go straight into the town and going to do sort of what heavy tanks do best in the town. You know, using the buildings to sort of side scrape off. This tank, I think, you know, I mean, top tier is going to be capable of doing some side scraping. Can't recall how well the armour is on this for side scraping, if I'm honest. Just I don't think I really have many city maps during the grind, and also this is on during string theory, so I did manage to get this grind done quite quick. So yeah, I can't recall how well it is as a side scraper, but you know, some boxy angle armour here, so you know, top tier should do quite well if you just sort of, you know, if you position it right when you're side scraping, don't over angle too much. You should be able to bounce some stuff. So yeah, we're sort of, I think we're just sort of umming and ahhing about what position we were going to do. I thought initially we were going to go into the town, but I think I was just sort of playing a bit of Overwatch into the field. However, our light tank is sort of being quite static, and there's, you know, there's no real vision over there. So I sort of thought, okay, there's quite a few tanks coming into the town now, so perhaps it's the time to sort of move in and try and see if we can get some shots off, try and catch some tanks out sort of off guard, and we snap a shot into that T-34 there, catch him out. He was looking at someone else, and we managed to get a shot into him. Still trying to weigh up my options here as to where to go. See that TFI tank to sort of pop out of nowhere, but he was just behind cover, so we couldn't get a shot in as he went by. Yeah, and now I'm just sort of like, you know, I'm just probing at this point, just trying to see. You know, I don't want to go sort of too gung ho. I know we're top tier, but you know, you can get caught out a little bit if you make the wrong moves. So again, I was just sort of trying to be patient, trying to sort of get round into a position where I could potentially get cross shots, and we made our way into this little nook here, and this is a perfect position because I can get shots through this gap here. Can also get shots through this side here, and see this Panzer, this Ram Panzer sort of trying to sort of come around and see if he can get shots onto me. There's KV-1S here as well. It's also trying to see if they can take a shot. You see the gap there. Unfortunately, we just hit the rubble. We didn't quite aim that properly, which was a bit silly of us. But poking again, just trying to see. Oh well, just sort of kind of monkeying here. However, we get ourselves set and we get another shot into the KV-1S here. We've got a friendly medium that's come into this area as well, trying to help us out. We're just going to properly angle there. KV-1S, I think, is using the big gun and does splash us with HE, but it only does a small amount of damage, so we don't have to worry about that. Black Prince is side on to us, so we were able to get a shot through there. Now we see it's T29. However, he's distracted, so we can get a shot into him. We want to try and get as many shots into this T29 as possible. He's still oblivious to us being here, so try and get a shot and try and track him in place there. However, we didn't manage to track him in place, and you see the numbers now. We're 4 tanks down. And yeah, we're just sort of, we've had a good spell of being able to shoot a lot of tanks in this position. Trying to see if we can get a slender shot on that Black Prince, but he just moves out. Then we see this T-34 come out of nowhere, and we managed to shut him down for our second kill there. We got shot at by this KV-13 on the left hand side. Sneaker shot in there. Luckily that went in. I was quite surprised actually, because the gun was still quite full bloom there. We're being careful of Voxet KV-13. Now we're going to try and see if we can turn our attention to this T-29. However, I think he's moving on, which is really frustrating, so I thought I could possibly get shot through that window there. There's only 2 tanks left now. This Tier 5 has seen we're here and has moved in. However, we managed to get a shot into him. I'm not too worried about that guy. However, this T-29 I do want to get rid of, because I didn't want to take a shot from that guy. We're just sort of hugging this Tier 5 to block his shot, which we managed to get a shot into the side of him there. There's only us left against 10 tanks. This is a real uphill task here. We really fumble that shot because we're panicking. However, we're not going to bother with the Tier 5 too much. We get slammed by the T-150, and yeah, we're kind of screwed really. I think if we hadn't fumbled some shots there, we possibly could have done a little bit better. But the boogie takes us out, and yeah, just unfortunate. We just wasn't able to hold on. I think if the team had just held on a little bit longer, I could possibly have broke out there and done a bit more damage. But we come third on the even though the enemy won, we come third place on their board, on the MVP board. We get the ace tank there, pick up nearly 4.5k damage for 234 assists and 5 kills. So yeah, it was quite a valiant effort, I thought. But yeah, it just wasn't to be. But anyway, guys, that's it for the video. I really hope you enjoyed this episode of Close But No Cigar. And if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. There'll be a few more of these coming out, obviously, in the future, as and when. And yeah, thank you for your support, and I'll see you next time.